Barbara Höfler tries to mediate, but even seemingly minor problems can be hard to solve. A preschool student is in shock after a friend pushed a pen into her ear. Haiti's real problems are much bigger, and many think the nation has no real future in spite of the massive help that has poured in since the 2010 earthquake. But some believe Haiti can heal itself. And I want to find out how realistic that dream is.
Sie hat eine große Brandwunde, hat sich an einem Motorrad verbrannt.
Oh.
Vorgestern.
Dr. Höfler's mobile clinic is a common sight in this school. She came to Haiti 15 years ago from Cologne, Germany, and since then has been treating children in the poorest parts of the capital, Port-au-Prince. Dr. Höfler points out the swollen lymph nodes on this girl's neck. It may be an indication of leukemia. She's not equipped to deal with illnesses of this magnitude. She didn't really see much of the billions in post-earthquake donations. That money never made it to the poor, she tells me. It went to the big organizations. They use most of it to pay their employees, to finance the big jeeps they drive, the nice houses they live in. And I see no sign of it in slums like Citadel, where the school is located. As many as 400,000 people live here in extreme poverty. But even in the slums, there's a class system. And if you end up in the neighborhood of Haiti, you've hit rock bottom. Dr. Höfler is a frequent visitor here. Maybe that's why some call her the crazy German doctor. But why does she keep on doing all this?
Das weiß ich auch nicht.
I wish I knew. I ask if she remembers why she first came here.
Ja, ich wollte für die Straßenkinder arbeiten.
I wanted to work with children on the street and did so for 2 years, she says, but then I started working in small schools. I think the next generation is the only chance that remains for Haiti. That's the main reason I'm still here.
Das ist die einzige Chance, die ich für Haiti sehe. Und deshalb, das ist eben auch der Hauptgrund, glaube ich, weshalb ich noch hier bin.
Dr. Höfler insists that I take a closer look at Haiti.
Hier sind wir am Ende der Welt.
This is the end of the world, she says. Nobody else dares come
Hier
here.
wagt sich sonst auch keiner hin.
Open areas like this are used both as garbage dumps and communal toilets. The stench is indescribable. The garbage serves as fodder for the pigs and toys for the children. Leila Durand agrees to show me her shanty. She lives here with her 6 children. 5 are at school, only the youngest is at home. Leila does not have a husband. And there's nothing to eat. That's often the way it is. Leila would need less than €1 a day to feed her family, a tiny fraction of the estimated €3.3 billion donated since the earthquake. But nobody came to help me and my children after the earthquake, Leila tells me. My biggest problem now is that I have no means to earn money and to live here with my 6 children. Dr. Höfler points out human suffering everywhere, including a boy who went blind because no funds were available to treat him. Or the family with a mentally ill mother and an undernourished baby right next door. Thousands of NGOs are obviously incapable of eliminating this kind of human misery, and the corrupt political system in Haiti is completely dysfunctional. So what options are still available? One idea: tourism. Haiti as an international travel destination. I want to find out if that's a dream worth pursuing. The first hurdle is escaping the traffic gridlock in Port-au-Prince. Once that's behind me, I'm off to the north, along with my private tour guide, Sacha Durocher. She's of European descent, that's why she has fair skin, but she's also Haitian to the core and believes in her country.
Haitians have very big hearts. They're not closed like in Europe where people don't say hello to you. When you walk in the streets, people say hello to you. People say thank you to you. It's very different from any place I've ever been to.
Accompanying us is the first English-language guidebook for Haiti published since the earthquake. I'm astounded at how green the north of the island is, just 6 hours away from the dusty, foul-smelling capital. Hidden above the tropical vegetation is a real tourist gem, but getting there is truly difficult. Here we meet Gretel and Jean-Jacquelin. They will guide us to a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Gretel has the worst part of the deal. She has to carry tourists. A short 10-minute ride gives us a first glimpse of a monument some compare to Machu Picchu. La Citadel La Ferrière, the largest fortress in the Americas. It was built at the beginning of the 19th century to protect the former slaves and the young republic from recolonization. Up to 20,000 workers spent 15 years building it, including dragging hundreds of cannons up the mountain. The result was a practically impregnable stronghold.
Lorsque les gens viennent ici, les gens disent waouh, la Citadelle c'était incroyable.
Jean-Jacquelin tells me that when people come here, they just say wow, because it's so fantastic, because the Citadel is the eighth wonder of the world. Only Haiti can boast a stronghold like this, La Citadel La Ferrière.
La Citadelle de La Ferrière.
The problem is, we're basically the only ones to enjoy this view. A couple of UN staffers have made their way up the steep mountain. There are days when nobody comes. But it's enough for Jean to make a living compared to the slum dwellers. He's well off. He is confident that the Citadel has much bigger potential, and I can see 1,000 visitors a day easily, were it not for some serious obstacles.
Comme ça.
The exhausting journey to get here, for example, and the lack of safety barriers. It's hard for me to imagine package tourist groups with kids and seniors up here. Nevertheless, Jean is hopeful because not far away, behind this mountain, the American-Norwegian company Royal Caribbean operates the cruise harbor Labadi.
Royal Caribbean, il fait signer contrat.
Jean tells me Royal Caribbean has signed a contract to bring tourists to the Citadel here. That's supposed to start in a couple of months.
Et puis Milo.
I ask if things will change then. Yes, he replies, it will change, and that makes me happy.
Oui, oui. Oui.
This is what it looks like behind the mountain. Labadi, a mecca for cruise ships. On this day, one of the biggest in the world has anchored here, the oasis of the seas with about 5,000 passengers. This man got the ball rolling in Labadi. Hans Bruder Schütt is a fifth-generation German in Haiti. Almost 30 years ago, the port agent convinced Royal Caribbean to lease this terrain.
Wir haben hier angefangen, als es hier nur noch.
This was swamp and jungle before construction began, he says. So at first we didn't have a clue that this would turn into something so big.
Hatten wir keine Ahnung, wie groß das anfangs werden würde.
Now about 500,000 tourists visit every year. And that translates into jobs. Artists and souvenir vendors can earn a living. There are also about 250 full-time employees here. Their pay, $15 a day, about 3 times the amount they could expect outside of this enclave. As he strolls around, Schütt is swamped by job requests.
Aber solange nicht irgendjemand stirbt, brauchen wir keine mehr.
As long as nobody dies, we don't need more people, he says. What we do now is take the best employees who learn English and transfer them to the ships. There they can work as cleaners or room stewards and so on. I ask if that's what they want. Yes, he replies. Everybody wants that, but first they have to learn English. And that's simply not realistic for most, especially when they're on the wrong side of Labadi's fence, without a real education and without work. Schütt and I discussed the harsh contrast between vacation paradise in Labadi and Haitian daily life. He's familiar with the moral argument. After the earthquake, there were forceful requests to shut down operations in Labadi. As a result, the people who worked here were frightened for their livelihoods. Schütt recalls, they told him, "You guys are out of your mind. There's this earthquake in Port-au-Prince and we've lost friends and family. But now you want to create this artificial earthquake for us and take away all our jobs?" So the cruise ship passengers kept on coming. Although many did not even know they were in Haiti at the time, the brochures didn't mention it until 3 years ago. The official description of Labadi was paradise on the island of Hispaniola. That's been changed, and the name Haiti does not seem to scare tourists off, but
I know Haiti is it's not a vacation place in that sense for most people, but I mean, look at this. This is as good as it gets.
the idyllic scenery is limited. Behind this hill, it's over. That's where the country's second city, Cap-Haïtien, offers the stark reality of Haitian life. This bridge is the only route to the Citadel. Even if there is a contract, the tour operators won't be showing this to their clients. As I gather images, I hear angry mumbling. Why do journalists always show the horrible stuff, one asks. So to wrap things up, I give one of the young men, Claude Fatal, unemployed like most here, the chance to say something heartfelt, something he's proud of in his country. First of all, I love my country, he says, but my dream is that the situation will change, that we get a beautiful new Haiti, that we wake up one morning and everything has changed for the better. That's something I would love to see happen. And I've seen that there is potential to change Haiti from the inside, but for now the reality is that mostly Haiti is not a place of dreams, but of despair.